Welcome, everybody, to Nerd TV. Welcome on a Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to catch the truck series every night with us for the Full Throttle Sim Racing Points Truck Series. This is the Martin Sports pre-race show. And we're on dirt. Bristol dirt, baby. It's going to be awesome. It's 100 laps of excitement. We don't call the dirt action too much anymore, but glad to be here, and alongside me to my right, as always, Mr. Kenny Bishop. How's it going, man?
It's Bristol, baby. I'm ready for it, Jeremy. This is, always an exciting race, especially now you're going to throw dirt into the equation. I'm ready for it tonight. It's one of my favorite tracks.
One of my favorite tracks on a normal asphalt concrete, thing, but with the dirt involved, it's second time these guys have been here. Of course, last season was their first time, and shout out, by the way, to Bobby Terrell, who did win last Wednesday at Martinsville. We talked about it on Monday a little bit, and we might have some different viewers tonight, so I'd like to reiterate the apologies for last week's hiccups, and it has been 100% resolved with an ISP/firewall issue. Prevented us from bringing you any action, at least at a good quality. So tonight it has been fixed, and probably even better, really. So once again, congratulations to Bobby Terrell. Hopefully we can talk to him soon. To extend that thank you out. But yeah, this is Bristol. We got 100 laps here, and I know this is one of the quicker races on the schedule, but don't let that fool you, because there's still going to be a lot of fun action on the track tonight.
Going to be action-packed all night, Jeremy. Just watching practice, sitting here for about 30 minutes watching these guys go around, and we're seeing different group up at the front, because there's some guys, like you mentioned, Bobby Terrell, who won last week. It doesn't seem like he's too much of a dirt guy. Just kind of watching him through practice, but you never know, though. People can come out and jump up when they get the race going. So it's going to be nice to see. We got some new faces from last year, too. Richie Coy, who got second. Tony Solari got third last year. So we're expecting those guys to be running towards the front tonight as well.
Hey, your top 2 points contenders being Casey McMullen and Bobby Terrell, they're both really not doing too hot. Bobby Terrell's 18 points back of your leader, Casey McMullen. Casey right now is sitting roughly around 20th place in practice, and just 2 spots ahead of him is that number 4 of Bobby Terrell. Richie Coy, though, sitting in 3rd place. If he's only 30 points out, sitting in 3rd place, running about 0.6 faster than the top 2 guys in the standings. So just like last night, we might see a little mix-up here in the points.
Yeah, and you mentioned, the points guy right there in 4th place, Nicholas Casey, leading rookie, too. I think he's the one that has the most dirt experience that's in the race tonight. So I expect him to be towards the front and probably make some ground up as well in that point standings. I mean, like I say, sitting 39 points back, but this could be a good race and a good points day for him. Yeah,
he's actually second in place in practice right now, only a 10th off of your practice leader, Tony Solari. So, yeah, he could potentially as well make a huge jump on these points if Casey and Bobby can't figure out exactly how Bristol Dirt's supposed to be ran. These guys on average don't run dirt, so this is quite a new scene for a lot of these guys, and the guys who ran last season was probably their first race on dirt altogether, so they don't know exactly what they're doing, and we're seeing a lot of spin outs because of it. We're trying to get that right edge for that truck to make things happen. But as you see, at least the bottom 2 lanes are fully slicked up. All that dirt's been pushed to the top. So for those who don't really watch dirt racing, that's called your cushion. Essentially, it's so packed up there, it's like when the tire hits it, you don't go all the way up to the wall, because there's like a little pillow of dirt just sitting there waiting for you, and it pushes you back down to the track. So you might see that utilized, Bristol. It's a hit or miss situation there, depending on what car you're running. But right now, you see that really dark groove on the bottom section of the track. That's just because the dirt is so compact, and it's like ice, and that's why sometimes you'll see these guys move up to hit that cushion.
Well, I mean, it's funny you're saying that you'll eventually see it tonight. Well, as we were watching right there, you could see him push up, hit that cushion, and just pushes him right back down. So perfect example of what you were talking about right there with that cushion up at the top. And, that, like you said, that dark patch just speed built up in there with it packed down. But it's going to bring some good racing. And this just slinging it sideways, it's nice to see that too. Great that they incorporated every aspect of the dirt racing world into here as well, Jeremy. So expect to see some mud flying tonight.
Yeah, I mean, NASCAR's talking about taking out the front windshields in these trucks to, and put a screen in place. But these guys have a window. A good thing iRacing gives you unlimited tear-offs, because they are going to be using a crap ton of those tonight. You better believe that. I wish we could have a count, because that would be an impressive stat to watch. because the dirt is just so. You see on board right here. Not sure exactly who you have on board with, but you might be able to see some of that dirt kick in here on his front windshield. You see it just kicking off the rear tires and stuff. You will see it quite a bit. We'll kind of bring you some onboard action to see exactly what these cockpits look like.
Yeah, you can see it bouncing off the windshield there. Nothing really stuck, and I kind of think they did it a little bit more on the dry side, which typically that's how the racing conditions will be, unless you had last year's where it kind of had a little bit more rain than they expected. But I think they're probably making it set up to where it doesn't stick to the windshield too much. From what we're seeing right here tonight, but still going to put for some fun because trying to hold that line, concentrating alone just on not spinning out, and then you're seeing that dirt fly up at you, and it's like, okay, got to adjust to that on your screen. So it's, as you see Richie Coy right here just working the wheel nice and smooth right through that corner. That was a good little corner that Richie Coy hit there, and he said he ran second last year, so and the season that he's having so far in both the Cup and the truck, I wouldn't expect anything less from Richie.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like. So what iRacing does with this kind of situation, kind of like the asphalt, is they essentially will clean the track during race. So qualifying, you will see it slicked up as you watch it, but when they go back to race, the track surface is going to be refreshened up. See all that loose, chunky dirt fly everywhere, and then as it slicks back up, you'll see less of that kick on the windows. So that'll be interesting to watch. But that's going to bring us to the end of the Martin Sports pre-race show. We bring you every Wednesday night here on Nerd TV, and so it gives us time now to give thanks to the people who allow us to do this every Monday and Wednesday night for you guys. Thanks to the league first and foremost, as always, because obviously without their support and allowing us to do this for you, we wouldn't be here calling the action. So you want to go to fullthrottlesimracing.net or the shortcut version ftsr.net. Either way you look at it, they got 5 series spread across 5 nights. They got the Xfinity. They just moved it to fixed setups for the remainder of the season. So if you're looking to catch some good hard racing with these guys that you've seen every week with us so far, on the fixed side, which some people prefer to have the same car setups, Xfinity Series might be just for you. So once again, it's ftsr.net. And then Sim Racing Points, the official presenting series sponsor of tonight's Truck Series event, that all-inclusive league points management system that allows owners and admins the ability to completely track their league stats and points with a simple upload of the export each and every night they race. It allows for customized widgets on the website too. So for all your web people out there who love customizing your website, this tool is second to none. Check out all their pricing plans at simracingpoints.com. And I'd like to also give a big shout out to Martin Sports. And for those who watched Monday, I'm going to try to not butcher this one. It is the home of all of sim racing gloves. These gloves are super breathable. You wear them for 2 hours during a race, and you're going to need them for Bristol because my hands get super sweaty in these events on dirt. And when you wear these things, your hands don't. They come out pristine, nice and dry, ready to go for whatever you got. They also make customized T-shirts.
What?
Hoodies.
What?
Hats.
What?
And the fastest turnaround in the business.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah. And you're going to check out all their apparel and merchandise at martinsports906.com. Use promo code SUPERNERD at checkout for 25% off. One of the best discounts you'll find anywhere. Then we have iRacing iFlag. That's that indication / caution light system you put inside your sim rig or just on your desk, whatever you're racing with. Essentially brings 30 different types of indications, whether it be different flags or if someone's high, someone's low, the meatball flag, whatever it is. This system it's a nice little 3D printed setup on your desk. Super bright, tells you exactly what's going on, so you can keep all the action, on the track and not what's around you because it does it for you. You're going to find their product at iracingiflag.com and Super Nerd at checkout, 15% off. And then we have the Butt Kicker, the official audio enhancement partner of Nerditudes. Gamer 2 Unit especially is in the house at Nerditudes, and just personal feedback. It's super cool, one-of-a-kind product. It brings all the bumps and feels, and I bet at Bristol Dirt, if you don't have one, you probably would want one because it would feel amazing. Gives you all that real-life immersion that gamers and racers need in their seats to perform at their peak performance. You're going to find their entire product line at thebuttkicker.com. Use promo code SUPERNERD at checkout for 20% off. And then the official energy partner for Nerditudes is going to be none other than Nerd Focus. You're going to go to nerdfocus.com, buy one of their 2 flavors, whether it be the green label, which is sugar, or the blue label, which is sugar-free. And use promo code SUPERNERD at checkout and get 10% off either option that you choose, or both. And then thank you to Moonlight Speed Concepts. You're going to find them at moonlightspeed.com or on social media. That's the official asphalt setup provider for the Nerditudes. Custom professional setups that get you to the front in any race of any asphalt car that you're running. And these things, I suck at late models, the regular late models, not the super lates. And with one of their setups, my very first race, I jumped into it and I won the race. So me personally, I can tell you these things work great. So once again, check their setups at moonlightspeed.com. And then on the flip side, which dirt, we're watching it tonight. Maybe one of these guys are using their setups. Who knows? It's going to be the House of Speed, houseofspeed.us. You can also find them on social media as well. Again, professional like setups across the board for all your dirt needs, all your dirt cars. So please check out their site. Once again, houseofspeed.us. And that's going to kick it right over to the race. Perfect timing there. They got the qualifying grid all figured out. And Kenny, if you want to give us the rundown for the top 10.
Yeah, looks like you got Simon Madgen, who's going to be taking the pole on this one with a 19.65. Nice little lap there. Then Tony Solari going to start second. Richie Coy going off third. Alex Murphy in fourth. Nicholas Casey starting in fifth. Bobby Terrell starting in sixth. Doesn't look like that Ricky I was talking about was going to hurt him too much here. Stephen Verman starting seventh. Richard starting eighth. Lane Allen in ninth. And Brian Bliss in 10th.
11th place, we have Andrew Palicki. 12th place, you're going to find Sylvain Jolly. On the next row in 13th, you're going to find Claude Furland. 14th place to his outside is going to be Mark Dubril. Starting at 15th, John Adams. To his outside in 16th is Martin Giro. 17th place, you're going to find Jeff Langston. 18th place, Kenneth Scholes. 19th place, your points leader, Casey McMullen. 20th place, Rob Shoemaker. 21st, Wayne Grassi. 22nd, Jeff Brayton. 23rd, Chuck Sweeting, who's, I think that's the furthest we've ever seen Mr. Chuck start. 24th, Steve Loomis. 25th, Kevin Rupert. And to round out tonight's 26 truck lineup, Michael Blackner, which I do believe is a new name to Full Throttle, Ken.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well. I don't think I've seen him in here, so that is a warm welcome to him. Join in on the fun tonight, and he picked a good track to come on out, so why not?
It makes me curious to know if he's a dirt ringer. I don't know about Mr. Blackner, to be honest, but maybe he's a dirt ringer. Maybe he didn't qualify, so we actually don't know what he's going to be made of tonight. But practice time was, it was mediocre. It wasn't like super fast like you see the weekly guys, but he might be a surprise tonight.
Yeah, it's we see these guys on the restrictor plates when you see a restrictor plate come out on the track. A lot of these guys join in and see if they can catch him one. But yeah, it's interesting to see him come on the dirt track. So, and he's not running pole, so he might be sneaky and make his way up there. But this race is going to be quick, like I kind of mentioned in the pre-race. So he's going to have to get up there. There's a lot of laps. I mean, there's still 100 laps in this dirt, so there's time, but it goes pretty quick.
Yeah, this Rumble Racing Chevrolet is ready to take the green flag. We're going to go green in about, it looks to be in a half a lap. Yeah, they're on the back stretch, so half a lap till we go green. And we got a quick shout out from the chats, which I advise everyone to go to our chats, wherever you're watching the event. And of course, the head nerd in charge, Brandy, always likes to shout out that stash though that you see in the pre and post race on the right hand side of your screen. But
green.
Larry has got the flag in hand. We're under green, and now he decides to wave it. They are 2 and 3 wide, almost entering turn number 1. And Kenny, a lot of these trucks are getting loose and sideways already.
Yeah, as we see them side by side, even a little bit 3 wide there, as we heading through 1 and 2, and Simon Madgen still leading the way here, right over Tony Solari and Richie Coy right behind him. But so far so good. all clean race, and everyone's getting through on the first lap. Jeremy, no incidents.
Yeah, they ran this race last season. You looked this up, and it was a 43-minute race. That tells me there's basically no cautions, which is super surprising.
There's someone around in turn 2, hit the inside pit wall.
As I'm talking about wrecking, they are doing it. That's the broadcaster's curse. That was Andrew Palicki in that number 32. Got some pretty decent damage on his left side door panel.
Sorry to cut you off there. We got one on the front one now. Stretch here.
Front stretch. It looks like that white and red truck, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like he got it up and running. That would have been number 31 of Alex Murphy. And we have a caution on the track now for the 00. Middle of the back stretch.
It's Stephen Verman there, right? Yep, that went around on that last one. I think that one was just a little too close to the other truck, so they threw the yellow on that one. But, nothing that wasn't expected. Everyone's trying to get a feel for it once the race conditions, like you were mentioning earlier, after qualifying kick in. So have to get a couple laps down.
Yeah, you see him run that top side already, which not a lot of drivers like to run the top side early on because there's not as much grip in comparison to the bottom. But you saw him just get, he came down the track pretty loose up there, came across the nose of that silver Chevrolet, and it turned him right into the inside wall. And yeah, there's a lot of trucks coming inbound to his direction, so iRacing did a good job at throwing out that caution to keep everyone nice and safe on the racing track because, there is no fast repairs in this series. So, you don't want to damage a lot of trucks when you don't have to. The broadcaster curse is already in effect because I was talking about no cautions and they had one. So I will not comment anymore other than 43 minutes was a pretty quick race time last season. And I expect not too much of a difference tonight because, as you know, Kenny, these guys typically don't have too many cautions here.
No, we typically here at Full Throttle Sim Racing, it's pretty clean. Might have one or two, like we mentioned, they kind of have two little quick ones, and then everything pans out. Like almost everyone's just kind of filling out their truck right now, and so I expect them to go green, especially what they did last year. These guys do it all the time, so we'll get them going again. And that was a hard hit though that Stephen Verman hit on that the inside wall there on the backstretch. And with this dirt, it's once you get going, you're going.
Yeah, you're not kidding. That was definitely a pretty heavy impact overall. So hopefully he's not too beat up. I got about a lap and a half before these trucks go back to green flag racing. A couple quick shout outs to some fast movers for those first 4 laps of green flag action. Saving Jolly moved 4 spots up from 12th to 8th. I'd like to give a shout out to John Adams as well for going 15th to 10th. 5 positions and 4 laps. Pretty impressive stuff there. 5 spots for Jeff Langston. Went from 17th to 12th. And Kenneth Scholes as well, 18th to 13th. Also Steve Loomis, too, for that matter. 24th to 16th. He passed almost an average of 2 trucks a lap. So it looks like we're seeing a quick shift in the field here, Ken, as far as these guys on dirt and knowing what they're doing.
Yeah, and then at the same time, you have 2 guys that kind of went the opposite way. Alex Murphy starting 4th, ended up in 18th. And then we also had the Andrew Palicki as well, who ended up going around. So those 2 guys did not start out the way they wanted to. But we're going to go back on this restart, Jeremy, getting ready to go green flag.
Yeah, Simon Magnan going to lead us the way for the first restart tonight on lap number 7.
Green flag,
Blake
green flag.
Larry has got the flag in hand. Green flag is out. We are underway. Side by side, Tony Solari is with Simon Magnan. It looks like 19 of Richie Coyne, the 86 right next to him, being Nicholas Casey. Got really loose there in 1. They straightened it out. They're still running side by side as looks like Richie Coy's going to take that early spot for 3rd.
Yeah, Richie Coy's trying to get by his teammate here, Tony Solari, in that 11 truck as well. He's looking to put in that 2nd position as Simon Magnan, still pulling away from the leaders just ever so slightly. But kind of seeing on this restart, Jeremy, everyone's kind of spread out just a little bit more than they were when they started the race. So they're just filling it out. And you see some of these guys like Bobby Terrell looked like, I believe, was trying to whip it back in there. As we see there on their TV, I have to see if that was exactly him or not. But tried to whip it in there and hit that outside wall a little bit and messed up his entry. But good running so far.
It did look like it did. It cost him 3 wide action here. And Jeff Langston, that 21 Oreo machine, just kind of took the M&Ms out. Battle of the candies right here. 21 got the best position out of that one.
All right,
Just shoved
caution
Brian Bliss
Caution
and at 18 back a few spots, and caution is out for the 2nd time on lap number 10. It looks like this time it's going to be out by...
I'm looking through, and they might have got it going. I'll have to go back through and see if we can find it here.
Oh, yeah, it looks like the 55 exited turn number 2, got in contact with the number 17 of Steve Loomis. put a 55 into the wall, spun out on the back stretch, right in front of Chuck Sweeting as well. Caused iRacing to throw the caution for, like I said, the second time on lap number 10.
Yeah, that's going to put him on pit road right now. I'm going to see if he's going to be fixing some damage, or maybe he might be parking it for the night. We'll have to check on and see how. Yeah, as you see, just comes across the nose there, the 17, and hard hit on the inside wall. Just oh yeah, there's that puff of smoke.
Engine expired, quick to jump out of that race truck. His night is done. It's going to be the first expired truck this evening, I do believe.
Yeah.
Put him back all the way in 26th place, as long as Steven Verma can get back on track.
Yeah, and looks like Andrew Palicki's going to get that lucky dog. He was the only one lap down, so that'll put him, as we see right here on Nerd TV, going around that pace truck, getting back on that lead lap. Go ahead and get a grip there. You're the Martin Sports lucky dog.
Puts him back on the lead lap. 24 lead lap trucks will take the green flag once they get going once again. Looks like they'll be going in about 2 laps, I do believe so. Simon Magden will lead the field once again for the second restart this evening. We're already a tenth of the way through, even after 2 cautions. That just shows you how quick this race can be on dirt. Pretty impressive times overall. I know they're running about a second and a half slower, according to what you were looking up earlier, Ken. But still impressive. These guys can get around this track on dirt in under 20 seconds.
Yeah, we were trying to think about it earlier, what times they'd be running tonight. And, last year, the truck's a little bit different. We had a fastest time of the race was 17.62. So looks like we're not going to be coming anywhere close to that tonight. But, the changes in the trucks, as we were discussing, still running, like you said, under 20, even 20 seconds. That's still impressive getting around here. I mean, in a minute, you got 3 laps down. So that, like you said, just shows you how quick this race is going to go.
Absolutely, yeah. It looks like they're going to run an extra caution lap. So I'd like to give a quick shout out too while we're doing this on a caution to iRacing iFlag once again. You'll probably see that system light up quite a few times tonight just because it's dirt and not many people know exactly how dirt is driven. But shout out to iRacingIFlag.com. Super Nerd at checkout, 15% off. Get a nice little caution light indicator, spotter-like system all into one unit on your desk. Doesn't take up much spot. Space. It's like a 4x6 inch unit. It's really not that tall. It doesn't take that much, but it's bright. Does the job definitely for any racer out there. iRacingIFlag.com. And pace truck lights are out, so that means we are going to go green flag this time by. We're not used to seeing Simon Magden lead the field, but with these cautions, it's allowing him to stay up front. But I think actually he's got a pretty decent truck over Tony Solari, though Tony was leading the practice session. So I'm kind of curious if we get going to green flag. We'll see how well Tony can keep up and maybe even pass that 46. Simon Magden currently on turn number 3, waiting for the pace truck. Late Larry's already ready for this thing. Pace truck does dip down right here. 46 patiently waiting to hit the go pedal because these guys go on the iRacing green flag. Green flag is in the air. Late Larry throws the flag, of course, after the trucks pass him. And they are good into turn number 1. It looks like Simon drives a really low entry, almost hits the apron transition, still clears Tony after 2 rather.
Yeah, and Tony's trying to keep up with them as they're going in, into turn 3 and 4 here, and Simon just barely edges up ahead, but look at Tony's trying to get that run. As you can see, actually gaining a little bit as they're heading down the front stretch, heading into turn 1. Tony's right there, Jeremy.
Yeah, Tony's definitely not letting up. Like I say, he was the fastest truck. I know we got some heavy contact there in turn number 2. The 60 and the 84 door check each other. No caution at the moment, but heavy impact for that 84. That maroon truck. Actually, number 60. I apologize. I read that number wrong. There's already damage to his door. Number 60 of Mannix Richer. Heavy contact, like I said, the 84 actually. Exiting turn number 2, it shoved him up the track, and I think it actually threw him actually 18th that last lap, so he lost about 8 or 9 spots. According so, and he gets loose and almost wrecks the 17 that time around as well. Still going though, so that truck's got a lot of work to do to get the thing going.
Definitely fighting a little bit, and yeah, you can see in the back there.
All right, man. Caution is out.
There goes the Oreo around the 21. There's of Jeff Langston. He's going to come down track here and get going. That's going to bring out I believe that's our 3rd caution of the night.
3rd caution lap number 18 this time by the number 21 in that Oreo Chevy Silverado. Just heavy loose off of turn number 4. Could not get that thing straightened up on the straightaway. You're going to see it right here already kicking sideways. Still sideways. Finds the wall. Still sideways. And then little bit of wall grab there, throws him around right in front. That was super close there.
Good avoidance.
I think that was, really good wreck avoidance. And actually, I think he might have had slight contact with him. Virtue of net code of the 50. I think the number 50. Yeah, Martin Garreau, that was just super close there. If we can get a good onboard shot. Here we go. This is Martin Garreau's onboard. Just comes down so close. You see the impact because his truck shifted right, and a little bit of rear spoiler damage. Shouldn't affect him because it is dirt. And, there's no... Ken, as you know, there's really no aerodynamics when it comes to Bristol, especially dirt.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that same way with Martinsville. We know there wasn't too much of an impact on that, and we're having the same here, especially with being dirt. It's just a little bit short track racing. That's all it is. If your car doesn't come home banged up, then were you even racing a short track? So, I mean, it's nothing. It's just something that you take home with you.
Yeah, I don't believe there's any lucky dog. I think, I forget who was one lap down at the time. I think it was Jeff Brayton, but he's down to 10 laps. So, no lucky dog this time around, I do believe. Let's see here. Jeff Langston does go one lap down because of that, but I think he's doing that wave around, so he should be back in lead lap when these things get straightened up and ready to go. But yeah, we're already on lap number 22, so we're 2/10 of the way through of tonight's 100 laps at Bristol Dirt. First race of Bristol Dirt this week. I know Xfinity cars are not built for dirt, so tomorrow night, if you do want to participate at Full Throttle Sim Racing and do sign up for the Xfinity Series, they will be on the asphalt side of things, as they take, I think, 200 laps up the on the concrete, I should say, the concrete side of things. So, and then we'll be back here on Monday to broadcast the second dirt race of Bristol, which I'm actually looking forward to see how the next gens do here.
Yeah, me too. It'll be an exciting race too with the next gens out here, because it's all new. It's going to be something new, completely that no one's really been messed with. Like, these guys kind of had a little bit of experience last year. Now I know the trucks changed a little bit, but those Cup cars, it's going to be a new ball game. So that one's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to watch that one as well. Yeah,
absolutely, for sure. You see Lake Larry just chilling on the flag stand there. I think we need to throw this guy, our official energy partner sponsor of Nerd Focus. I think he's going to be used quite a bit tonight. Quick shout out to Nerd Focus as we got one lap left. 2 flavors, one sugar-free, one regular with sugar. 10% off when you use Super Nerd at checkout. And you're going to find their product at nerdfocus.com. They are one to go, so they are side by side. Simon Magden's going to lead the way once again over Tony Solari, as we're going to be on lap number 25 when the flagman late Larry decides to throw the flag for everybody. And I'm kind of looking forward to this long run if we can get one. I think Richie Coy might have something for these guys. I think Tony's going to put some excellent pressure on Simon as well. We just have to wait and see if we can get 10 laps of green flag action going. But you see Pace Truck is down. Simon waiting to press the go pedal once again. Late Larry, there he is. Green flag is out. Simon with a pretty good jump this time over the number 11 of Tony Solari. They're already single file for first and second place, and third on back is all double file.
Great jump by Simon Magden on that restart there. He's going to take off to the 2 truck length here and still pulling, but Tony Solari's not letting him go. He's trying to catch him. Here's a coming off back across front stretch, and Tony's going to dive it down here in turn 1 and see if he can get on his inside here. And Tony, if he can get a run, Jeremy, if we can get a good little green flag run here, I think he's going to have a chance. But all he has to do is give up that door, though, and Richie's right there.
Absolutely, yeah. And you're watching here, too, as well. That 43 about a lap ago, Claude Ferlin was in a little bit of a pickle, able to keep it straight. But these guys have been pretty racy back here inside the top 10 for the most part. After the green flag has dropped, they're still side by side for just a little bit back of 10th place. See the 75 Chuck Sweeting and a 31 who gets loose on that top side. Alex Murphy, who was involved in an early self-spin there, I think on lap 2 or 3. And as I was noting in the qualifying / practice, the track got refreshened, which means they kind of resurfaced the track with fresh, loose dirt. That's why it's a lot lighter in color on the surface now as it was in practice, because it hasn't been kicked up yet. You will start to see some shiny parts of the lower half of the track, because that's where they run the most. They'll kick that dirt up, and it's going to pack it in and push that cushion up. So you see it right here in turn 3, it looks like it's already starting to get a nice slick sheen to it, and you'll see some guys kind of shift higher and higher on the track. until it's all just one slick surface, because that's what the grip is on that lighter colored dirt.
Yeah, they're going to push it up, like you said, higher and higher, and eventually you'll have a good old full racing groove here, and they're slowly moving it up now. And looking ahead, Jeremy, Simon Magden, I mean, he's been running solid top 10 all season. I think he's running about 8th in the points, I believe. Yeah, with that back earlier. He's a rookie this year. He's running 8th in the points, but he's blistering out here. He's got a 1.5 second lead right now. Just running smooth laps, and I'm just impressed with this run that he's got going on. He's definitely knows what he's doing in this truck right now on this dirt.
Yeah, running 8th in points, and going over his stats real quick. He's only led 16 laps, 2 top 10s, 1 top 5. So he's not like, he's kind of like the Tony Stewart of 2014, where you just kind of just be there, or more like, Daniel Hemrick last season in the Xfinity Series and in real life, where you just, you got to be there, be Mr. Consistent, and that's exactly what he's doing. But right now in the dirt, he's really showing off his skills.
Yeah, and it's just great work, and we see him there. He gets a little bit probably sideways more than he wanted to, but he's coming up on some lap trucks too. So within a couple more laps, Jeremy, we're going to be seeing basically, action all over the track, because we're going to be going through some lap traffic, and then there's going to be some battling to stay on the lead lap, and just battling all around. So it's going to get real exciting here probably in the next 3 laps or so.
Yeah, these guys here in the back, Kevin Rupert, Wayne Grassy, these guys are typically up front, but with dirt, it's a whole new beast, and they don't know exactly what's going on. And as you see, that number 46 just easily passed Kevin Rupert like he was sitting still. Coming up on Wayne Grassy now, 46 has got that thing up against that. It's not really like a cushion yet, but you see, it's starting to see a little buildup of darker dirt. That means it's starting to pile up on top of each other. It's going to get a little thicker. That means it's more grip. In the bottom, where his left front tire is on that sheen, that's where it's really slick. So you right now don't want that rear tire kicking on that loose section, but he does run it down low to past 17, like he's also sitting still. And here comes Casey McMullen to his front bumper, which this is a rare sight where you see him just on the green flag naturally going 1 lap down.
Yeah, that's going to put Casey McMullen 1 lap down, as you mentioned, there coming up, and he's going to try and hold on as much as he can, but he's just not going to have nothing for Simon. As he's, you said easily goes by there with Tony Solari. I've been watching him, and we got him here on Nerd TV. He's been coming a little quicker. He was gaining on him as they're going through traffic, and just kind of depends on how they hit it. As you see right there, got Casey kind of right there on his outside, so he's going to take a different line there. But depending on how this traffic falls, Jeremy, that could help Tony make his way up there a little closer. Yeah,
he's just over a second back right now, and I think he might still have a chance when this long run kicks in. We will find out as his track slickens up, because it's a different skill set really to run on a grippy track versus a slick track. So this whole thing might flip over 180 on us, and we might see some new leaders. But quick shout out to Chuck Sweeting, who's gained half his spots back since the green flag, 23rd to 12th. We're also seeing someone like Claude Furland inside the top 5, started 13th, so he's gained 8 positions as well, showing off his skill set. The 22 actually hits the wall here as Simon Magden, your race leader, does pass him, but he keeps it straight there in that 4, and actually he re-hits the wall once again, but still going straight. So we're going to keep this thing green flag all the way through. Tony Solari gained a half a second on Simon Magden that lap. That could have been virtue of these guys in traffic. These guys are a little sketch passing each other, so you could be seeing that, or Tony's car or truck rather could be finally coming through.
Yeah, you see Jeff Langston there. He was trying to stay out of the way, and it's just that feeling of, one, you got the dirt, you're battling the dirt, and then you got these guys battling for the top 3 and stuff, and you want to, one, not be in their way, so let them go, but you're also trying to slide this thing around a corner, so just adds a little bit to it and adds a little bit of excitement. But you see Richie Coy was running 3rd, and Nicholas Casey has now moved his way into that 3rd position, so he's going to be running that top 3, and then Claude Furlan there, going from 13th to 5th, and then John Adams from 15th to 6th. So big moves there. And then Alex Murphy, we mentioned him. He was back in, I believe, 16th, 17th or so after his first lap or so spin, and he's back up in 8th place.
Yeah, he's put out a strong performance to get back inside. Now it looks like 8th place. Started 4th, so he's still working to get where he was originally. But yeah, it's a great comeback. And we're not even halfway done with this thing. So if he gets one more caution and gets a nice little reset, we might see him continue inside that top 5 for sure. But we'll find out once everything comes through. And I don't think there's an actual green flag pit stop with these guys this evening. I know when they run the non-dirt version, you can go 100 laps. So only time I'll tell on that end as well. You definitely don't need to change your tires because you don't really lose grip on dirt. Because it doesn't eat away like asphalt does. So you see, actually, Alex Murphy passed Bobby Terrell. He is now sitting in 7th place, still making his gains here. They are 3 wide right in front of him with Kevin Rupert in the number 22 as well. So pretty tough racing around him. It's kind of clog him up and kind of lose some time on these guys in front of him.
Yeah, it's we got a little spin here. I thought Brian Bliss, I believe, was the one that just went around there on the front stretch. Yeah, that would be Brian Bliss, your 18. He was running there. He just went a lap down. Was running 16th. And that if he was ahead of Martin Guerrero, I'm not sure because it happened right there on the start. He could have been attention for that lucky dog, but since he was the one that spun, that's going to put him out of it.
Well, him and Martin Guerrero both definitely make contact here, as you see on your screen. Martin just gets heavy loose right into the door panel of the 18. Brian Bliss sends him for a 360. Doesn't hit any walls. Just nice little 360. Keeps it going. Doesn't really scrape off any tire wear because it's dirt. So basically no harm, no foul. He only lost the one spot just because he spun. And that's it. So, pretty fortunate spin there for the 18.
Yeah, that was that could have been worse, but it's luckily with some of these you kind of spinning around and you see him washed up a little bit and give him a little tap there. He's like, yeah, here, I'll straighten you back out there. And then got hit from behind there by Nicholas Casey too, as we saw. So tough break for Brian Bliss, but he didn't lose too many spots there. They, like I said, this run that Simon Maggins putting on, he ended up lapping all the way up to 15, so you got 14 on the lead lap right now, Jeremy.
And this is fortunately good for Casey McMullen. Yep. You see him pass on the top. He is the 3rd car 1 lap down, but the first 2 were both involved in that wreck. So that's going to bring Casey McMullen around for your 3rd Martin Sports #Get a Grip Lucky Dog Driver Award. To get yourself a lap back, Casey, back on that top, or lead lap rather, and hopefully you can find some speed in that truck. You're going to be in 15th place because everybody else behind you is 1 lap down. So the field can's almost, halfway cut off between lead lap and, multiple laps down.
Yeah, and that's going to put us right now. We're halfway, Jeremy. This race is going quick. Already, on lap 50 of 100. So if we get another green flag run like we just did, you'll see those laps will just start ticking down and time's going to start going. But you got Chuck Sweeting there, made his way up. He started 23rd, sitting in 15th, and now Casey McMullen's back on the lead lap. So we're going to see where some of these guys start. Alex Murphy, we mentioned him earlier. He's up to 7th, gained 1 more spot since we talked about him. So could possibly see him make a run towards him with this restart being so close.
You see right now Casey McMullen in that 71 coming down pit road. Might as well, since you're not going to lose any other spots. So you already got your lucky dog. So get that truck adjusted a little bit. Try to, make that thing a little bit tighter or looser, whatever he needs to be faster. But actually just drove through the pit lane and back on the surface. So maybe not.
There's a pit stall right there, right in front of Wayne Grassi.
Yeah, so maybe he thought twice and decided against it. But we'll see, though. He's still got half a race to get this thing done. It looks like they might be going green flag next time by. Tony Slaughter getting ready on that top side, which shows me that they're ready for that 1 lap to go. What's your expectations the back half of the race, Ken?
From seeing what we saw earlier, I still see Simon Maggin kind of a 3-man show, and Richie Coy could even put up a little fight there too because we saw him; he was in the top 3. But I think it's going to be Simon Maggin's the one that everyone's going to be running down. We can see late in the run there, Tony Solari definitely had a late run truck, and then it just kind of is going to fall into some lap traffic. But from what I saw so far, Jeremy, Simon Maggin's going to be the one to just kind of stop.
Yeah, I mean, that truck has no dirt on it, surprisingly, because he's been all by himself. So, other than passing some lap trucks, but he's got no issues right now. And we're going back to green flag racing here. Simon Magnin waiting for himself to cross the line that you cannot see before late Larry decides to throw that flag. Ready, green flag, ready. Green flag. Green flag is out. 46 on the go pedal. 11 basically matches him, but due to the outside, and actually throws it pretty good on the top side. Tony Slaughter is going to put a great amount of pressure on the 46 and actually gets the pass done with a little bit of side-by-side contact. That brings Simon down to the very bottom of the track, and the 86 and 19 might take him over as we see a lead change. Tony Solari in the lead. And Simon Magnan clips the 19 around 84 heavy contact. Caution out for the 4th time this evening on lap 54. Heavily implications for that 46.
I don't want to say broadcaster's curse again because I was just kind of giving some rap to Simon there, and they just got him on the restart, and then I think he just got a little sideways coming off the straight there. We'll have to see what happened here on the third replay. We see him down here on the bottom, and just kind of came up right to Casey and just caught Richie and sent Richie down, and I believe Richie got hit there by that white truck going by. I have to see who that was as well.
Yeah, that was the number 84. Just came through and swooped in. John Adams, who was scored second that lap, just kind of came through and tried squeezing the gap full throttle and just did not have enough space to make that happen completely. As you're going to ride on board with the 84, it looks like here. Squeezes the gap, gets hit there by the 46, and then right into the door panel of the 19. Heavy impact. And Richie Coy is 3rd place in points. He was only 30 points out. So hopefully that truck's not in too terrible condition because that's going to be a huge points thing for him if he can't get this thing up and running.
Ooh, man, it was. Did you see Bobby Terrell there on that around the corner? He was close to clipping Richie Coy there. So that was a close call on that one. That's unfortunate there for Richie Coy, who, as you mentioned, came in the points running 3rd with 30 laps or 30 points behind, and that's going to be a big hit for him.
You had to go back and look at Bobby Terrell, and that was a really close moment there for him as well. Your points leader did notice that Richie is not too happy what was going on the racing surface there, though. He took the worst of that, and he's on pit road trying to fix his truck at the moment. I don't know if he has a meatball flag, but the truck doesn't look too beat up. I didn't see any engine smoke, so he might just have a meatball to repair because you don't need tires here. And damage doesn't matter. He got 4 tires changed, and he's sitting in pit road. So I think he's got some required going on. But unfortunate break there for that 19 Ford F-150 as he was putting on a pretty good points race overall to try to gain some ground here on Bobby.
Yeah, I think it was that hit on the inside wall, Jeremy, that after he got hit there from John Adams, and it just pushed him right into the inside wall, and you can see just the front just take the brunt of that impact, and I think that's what's kind of sitting him right now on pit road, and he might be down there with some required damage before coming back out here. So right now he's sitting in 13th, and there's quite a few guys that are a lap or 2 laps down that if he's sitting on pit road a little longer than he would like, he could lose 4 spots.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. Exactly. We're going to take one more shot on the 19 roof camera here, just off of turn 4. Gets turned.
Watch Wayne Allen come in here too. Watch Wayne Allen in the 14.
Whoop. It looks like he made a little contact with him in 14th. Barely missed that inside wall, and you see the Oreo machine. That's Jeff Langston. I know him because of that sponsor. Just popped it on that left side and almost dunked it into the wall.
He just dunked it in there like it was a little milk there.
That's
right.
Yeah,
that was a close call all around. I mean, everyone's trying to avoid it too, the gap down low, and he's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take it. I see an opening. I'm gonna try and get out of this one. So a tough break though, all involved, but we'll get this thing restarted and see how we can go if we can get a green flag run here with about 40 to go.
Yeah, we're gonna find here. Tony Solari is gonna lead the way. Richie Coy still on pit road, 1 lap down, getting damage repaired. So it looks like his night will probably be done from any type of contention for the race lead. Green flag is flying right now. Tony Solari is the lead truck to take the thing, but looks like John Adams had a little bit of a head start, or Tony checked up. I couldn't tell. That allowed John Adams to technically take that lead at the line, but Tony Solari did get the position back. I think everything should be fine there. But the 86 there, Nicholas Casey, with the power move to second place, has sight sets now on the race leader, Tony Solari.
Yeah, with Simon Maggot trying to get that spot back. We see he's going to take 3rd spot away from John Adams. He's going to be sitting there he's going for 2nd spot here on Nicholas Casey. Won't be able to complete as Nicholas is going to get that run on the high side. But Tony Solari is still leading the way with Nicholas Casey and Simon Maggot trying to run him down. Yeah,
he's definitely motivated, I would say. Trying to get back to where he was half the race, which was in 1st place. He's doing a pretty good job getting to the back bumper of Nicholas Casey. Let's see if he can get around him quickly as Tony Solari has almost jumped to a second lead at this point, just kind of running that low to medium line right where the dirt gets lighter. Looks like John Adams with a little bit of close call there with the 31. It looks like he's trying to call the 43 around him. Trying to hear the radio comms going on, but the truck's not up to speed like the 43 is behind him, so he's going to fall back a spot or two as you see the 43 now making that pass. And back up to the lead, Tony Solari almost second advantage.
An 84 of John Adams and the 43 of Quad Furlong, they've made quite some grounds today. Started 15th and then 4th and 13th and 5th. So those two are trying to keep this nice top 5 run going, but they got a bunch of trucks, as we see here on their TV, running them down, trying to get by them. 31 of Alex Murphy trying to make that inside pass now, and you have the 60 right behind him, Mannix and Bobby Trail in that 4 truck. So there's a big pack and a good fight here for that top 5.
Yeah, it really is. And John Adams fighting here. The 43 checks him in the door just ever so slightly, and that's part of dirt racing. Contact is expected and will happen. It is unavoidable when you're sliding through dirt. It's product of the racing, which makes it so much fun to watch these trucks beat and bang. And if they can keep it straight, it makes it one hell of a show. Bobby Trail trying to make some rain. The 60 in front of him gets loose, keeps it straight before he came up the track, so we're all good there. Looks like the 84 is finally finding his grip here, as you see from the nose of the number 4. And speaking of the number 4, he looks like he might be trying to inch his way past the 84, Kim.
Yeah, he's I was watching him practice, and at the time, I guess he just wasn't hitting his fast lap yet, and proved me wrong as far as we were sitting back there, because he qualified 6th, running 7th, and he's been sitting in that spot, I think, anywhere from 6th to 8th all race. So once these laps get going, Bobby starts ticking. Him right there, trying to get by John Adams for that 6th spot to get back to where he started this event, and he's going to get around him as we see right there. So that's going to put him back in 6th place and see if he can chase down Quad for that 5th place.
Yeah, pretty good stuff there by your points leader, Bobby Terrell. Gets right inside the top 6, looking for one more spot, which is 2 seconds ahead of him, that being in that number 43 Quad Furlong, which we know he's got a really fast truck as well. He's gained 8 spots since the drop of the original green flag. And he's running right up there against that wall where that cushion is, so we're seeing some of those trucks starting to explore that line.
Yeah, and just going to kind of, not that I want to correct you, but I'm going to correct you a little bit there, that he's second in the points with Casey McMullen sitting in 1st, but he's going to gain quite a bit of points there on Casey, so he's going to bring this points battle up, because Casey's sitting right now in 15th, and he got his lucky dog back a couple cautions ago, so he's kind of been sitting there all race. So I think if can keep it going with Bobby and Casey where they're at, he's going to gain at least 10 points on him, I believe.
I do have to make an apology to Casey McMullen. You are correct. Casey is your points leader. Bobby Terrell's in 2nd. He's 18 points shy of Casey. So, but the way they're running now, that's going to really button up that top spot like we saw on the Cup Series on Monday. Casey's still your last car, her truck rather, 1 lap down, 14 and a half back of your race leader, so just about 5 seconds ahead of him. So he might drop a lap down when if this thing goes green the rest of the way. You see him right there on their TV, battling for with the 18 right there, who's the first truck 1 lap down, hoping he gets a caution so he can get back up and join these guys, potentially make some moves, but. Tony Solari back up to race lead, 2.5 seconds ahead of 2nd place Nicholas Casey, and the 46 once again has found some momentum and getting right to that back bumper of the 86.
Yeah, and we're starting to hit lap traffic as well, so we're going to start seeing some positions getting moved around, and these two right here, the 86 and the 46, they're going to be coming up on Kenneth Schultz here in just a moment or two, so we'll see what happens if they get, because they're racing pretty good side-by-side battle that they have going on, so they're going to have to find a way to get around him and see if we got him in the wall a little bit, Nicholas Casey, and that's going to help Simon Magin move on in.
It should here. The 86 running the preferred line, it looks like, on the top, and Simon Magin wants to run that middle line still. They kind of switch it up right here. Let's see what kind of effect Kenneth Schultz throws on the top, or the 2nd and 3rd place trucks. 86 clears him, no problem. Simon's going to try to chuck it in here low and try to do a little swoop pass, and the 91 gives it up easy as he makes contact with the outside wall in turn number 1. Looks like a little bit extra space there for Casey over Simon Magden, virtue of that lap truck, but we got quite a few more in front of them.
Yeah, and as that's going on, I'm watching Tony Solari make his way through this lap traffic and barely clipped the front bumper of Wayne Grassi there a couple of laps ago as he was going by him, and Didn't hurt him at all, but it was a close call, and now he's got by Casey McMullen. He's going to put him officially one lap down, so that's going to put us 14 on the lead lap. He's going by Brian Bliss one more time, so he's definitely starting to get into the thick of the lap traffic here, and might span out for a little bit after he gets around these two guys here.
Tony Solari has lost a half a second just passing those two trucks, so looks like him passing trucks isn't his favorite at the moment. Nicholas Casey 2.2 seconds back as him and Simon still trying to pass all these lap trucks. Nicholas Casey 3 wide with the number 22 of Blackner and the number 7 of Wayne Grassy, and so is 3 wide with the 46. They both cleared him. That's going to bring them nose to tail off the exit of turn number 2, heading to lap number 80.
Yeah, we only got 22 laps to go. Looks like coming up to 21 here. So it's going to, these guys don't have much time. They're going to have to try and run them down. They're 2 seconds back, so they're going to hope they can get a little help from the lap traffic. Right now they're coming up on Casey McMullen. But this is quite a battle here for second place, Jeremy, between Nicholas Casey and Simon Madigan. Those two are going at it. They've been going at it for the last 20, 25 laps or so.
Absolutely, yeah. It's Alex Murphy in 4th with 3 seconds back, so there's really no competition for the top 3 at this moment. So the focus and the main battle is for 2nd and 3rd place. Nicholas Casey has door checked a couple of these lap guys to get around him as quick as possible. 46 has kind of been swooping in and taking the position, handed over by Nicholas Casey. You see him as the first time in a while to get side by side. The 46 hits the apron transition, kicks him sideways. He has to give up that run that he had, and they're back to single file.
Yeah, they're still battling out as we see up here. John Adams just went a lap down as well. He restarted this restart, Jeremy, in 2nd place, and just that truck, he fell off. He was just having a struggling truck there, as we saw on that restart, and that's going to put him a lap down, sitting in 13th. So had a great run at the front, and then one lap down. How things can change so quickly.
Absolutely, and a quick shout out to one of our sponsors. We were able to bring a visual commercial break to you guys because of the amount of cautions and the shortness of this race. So I just want to do a quick shout out to the House of Speed.us. Fitting to throw out them because they are our dirt setup provider of Nerditudes. You can find them on Twitter. And of course, they have a Discord as well. And please join their community. They make awesome professional setups across any dirt series that you like to participate in. Once again, that's the House of Speed.us. And it looks like Magnan here in 3rd place has kind of lost some ground here to Casey because these lap trucks, he's almost a second back of Nicholas Casey there in that 86. He's getting around the 84 of John Adams, as you mentioned, just went lap down a few laps ago, and also that number 50 of Martin Garreau.
And Tony Solari's found another gear. He is checking out. He's went to 4 seconds ahead of these guys. He's lapping people left and right. I think he's got everyone lapped all the way up to 8th place. You only have 8 trucks on the lead lap, and that's Chuck Sweeting, and he just put him down. So now there's only 7. So Tony is just putting on a blistering pace right now, and he looks like he's making it through traffic like it's no big deal.
Yeah, he really is. He's keeping that truck super clean, minus the dirt part of it, obviously. But he's keeping his fenders intact and not crumpled in. Doing a hell of a job just driving that thing. And the track is pretty much slickened up right here.
Oh, Chuck Sweeting. He's going around. He's down there on the inside. There might not be a caution. We'll see when he comes. There it is.
Caution is out.
5th time this evening, lap number 87, or actually 6th time this evening, rather. Caution is out. Lap number 87, this time for Chuck Sweeting on the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Tony Solari did not want to see that. He's going to get bundled up with these guys. Do it one more time, but it looks like we're going to see it here officially on the replay, but 75 got hit in the back by the 32 as he slid up the racing surface. Mr. Palicki got in the back of him and spun him out. We're going to catch that action here in just a second. But yeah, 2-car incident. It's going to bring out your 6th caution.
Yeah, that's too bad because he just a little too much and might have moved up a little bit and just wrong place, wrong time. But you see, went down to the inside, and as soon as he went to go get back up on the track, that's when iRacing said, no, let's throw caution, a little bit unsafe. He whipped it around in time, but that just, trucks going by, they're gonna throw it. And yeah, you mentioned it. That is not what Tony Solari wanted to see. He had a 4-second lead on Nicholas Casey and Simon Madigan, 5 seconds on him. He was looking for that checker flag that was just minutes away.
Yeah, it almost looked like Chuck, if he would have stayed stationary, of course, I don't think the caution would have been thrown, but that truck had to get back around the right direction, right? So he had to kick it around and iRacing was like, yeah, let's just keep it safe and not have any issues. So let's throw that yellow flag for the 6th time, get these things all, situated, and hopefully Tony Solari can, he has such an awesome lead, and you hate to see it give it up, but that's virtue of a caution, right? It's part of the sport, and you just have to make the most of it, and that's exactly what the 46 Simon Magnan wants to do. I know he's probably the most excited because he has been, since falling out of the lead from that one caution, I think lap or the third or fourth, I think the third caution it was. He's been on a prowl ever since.
And Nicholas Casey as well. He's one of those experienced dirt drivers that we have on the race tonight, and he was making some grounds there until we started getting through lap traffic, and then Tony Solari found that second gear. But he's one to look out for too, because right before, on that Richie Coy caution, I think he was going 3 wide to kind of get around Richie and also avoid Simon there a little bit. Wasn't too much of a. It's kind of like a forced 3 wide, but he was going 3 wide as well. So he's trying to get up to the front as well. So I'd expect him to make a move because he's going to be starting on the outside.
Quick shout out to the Mannix Richard, your Martin Sports Lucky Dog Award winner. This caution, he already got his wave around, so he's tailed up at the field. 7 trucks on the lead lap. He is the last of those 7 trucks to be there. So hashtag get a grip to Mr. Mannix Richard in that number 60.
Yeah, 7 trucks, Jeremy, on the lead lap. That just shows you how good Tony was just running around here and just taking those guys down that green flag run. So there's, going to be 7 of them going after it. You're going to have basically Tony Solari in first, Nicholas Casey second, Simon Magnan sitting in 3rd place. It's going to start there right behind Tony Solari. Claude Furlan's in 4th, Bobby Trail sitting in 5th. So all 5 of those, Jeremy, they have a chance to go for this win on this restart.
Hey, it's going to be a really tight battle. Shout out to our producer Dustin for having an underground camera shot. Pretty impressive stuff there. Did not know that was possible, but able to make it happen for us. As these guys only for the best, he says. So, number 11, Tony Solari, ready for this restart. He needs to make this thing happen. They're going to have 7 laps to go for these 7 trucks on the lead lap to get the job done. Who will come out on top? We're about to find out.
Green.
Tony Solari. Green flag is out. 86 Nicholas Casey gets a nice little bump there by the 43 of Claude. Shoots him out side by side with Tony Solari, and we're going to have a new race leader, Ken, in the 86.
Yeah, the 86 going to try to make the pass here on the outside, sitting side by side with Tony Solari, with Simon Magnan looking there as well to make a pounce on these guys. He had a good start. He's looking on the inside of Tony Solari, but still a battle with this. Tony's trying to clear Nicholas Casey, but he's not going to be able to do it this time by.
Simon Magnan keeps hitting that turn 4 exit apron, and it slowed him up quite a bit there, but he makes a good amount of ground back in turns 1 and 2. Nicholas Casey, for the moment, has sole possession of the race lead. We are coming to 5 laps to go at the line. Tony Solari not letting it go, but that high side has just got too much momentum right now. Nicholas Casey still at the lead.
Nicholas Casey is working that high side. That last lap, he ran a perfect lap on that one. You can see him throw it sideways, perfect slide through the whole corner, kept it nice and smooth, right up against the wall, and then you can just see the amount that he's gained right now, Jeremy. He's got this down. He's about a 3-truck length away. We got another caution. Looks like we're going to have out here with 4 to go. That is now Nicholas doesn't want to see that, so that's going to bring them back together.
That was looks like Chuck Sweeting and Wayne Grassy made contact with each other entering turn number 3. And what I saw on the comms was Wayne Grassy called pit road. I think he went for pit road and slowed down right in front of the 75 as Chuck was going for the pass. So one of those situations where one truck was wanting to get down and pit, and one was just trying to drive into the corner as hard as they can. As you see right here with the blue gloves of Chuck Sweeting, just drives it straight into that left rear quarter panel of the truck. Wayne Grassy trying to slow down for his pit road entrance. Not sure what he was trying to pit for. That's what he had called for, though. So that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah,
that's unfortunate there. Chuck Sweeting just having a little string there, bad luck. So that's going to put him, he's still a lap down in 13th. So just kind of will insult to injury there. But, tough break on that one. It's going to bring these back together, Jeremy, though. We're going to have a green-white checkered. It's going to be the only green-white checkered. So there's one attempt. We're going to see some guys going. I saw, on that start, there's a great start by Nicholas Casey. Tony Sawyer had a good start, but I think Nicholas kind of got the jump on him there. And Simon Maggon was looking on the inside. I thought he might try to go 3 wide there for a second. So we'll see what happens because they only got one shot at it. So we might see a move.
Yeah, one more shot at it. UC Ranger Palicki taking his Martin Sports Get a Grip Lucky Dog Driver Award winner. That's the 6th one handed out tonight out of their 7 total cautions. So go get a grip there, Andrew Palicki, and put yourself 8th place, the last car on the lead lap. But this is it, Kenny. This is it. This is your one last shot. Nicholas Casey made the most of it. Great help by the 43 of Claude Ferland to get him side by side with Tony Solari and make that pass happen with some excellent high side driving. So Tony, I think, is going to be the preferred line here this time on that high side. Let's see if he can make the most of what Nicholas Casey did last time.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Let's see if that high side can prevail again because we saw how much it worked for Nicholas Casey there. And like I said, just before that caution came out, he just hit the perfect lap. You can see that slide, no hiccups, and it showed it. I mean, he just kind of gapped him a little bit, about 3-4 truck lengths there as they were going into the next turn. So we might see Tony Solari do the same thing, and he don't want to give up that lead. He was so close with 13 to go, and that last caution came out before, so he wants to get it back. It's got one shot, so go for it.
Quick shout out as well to the Butt Kicker, home of the Nerditudes Gamer 2 unit. That real life immersion feeling in your seats, which all the bumps, especially at Bristol Dirt, can bring to you right into your sim rig. You can go to thebuttkicker.com, and whatever you buy from their site, use code NERDTV at checkout for 20% off of all their products. Once again, that is our official audio enhancement provider of all of Nerditudes. And it looks like they're going to go green flag next time by for their final attempt at getting the checkered flag here off of a restart. Nicholas Casey needs to figure out what he's going to do. I know we got Tony Solari. Of course, he's hungry. 46 is hungry. Claude Ferland, probably, he had started 4th last time, and he's in one of the best spots he has to make anything happen. Bobby Terrell running a pretty clean race there in 5th, trying to extend or close that gap in over Casey McMullen. See what he can't do, as Casey's currently sitting in 9th, Bobby in 5th, so he's going to gain a little bit of points if they finish the way they do. Pace truck has dipped down. That means we are just about ready for 2 more laps of green flag action. Green flag in the air. Tony with a great restart this time. They are dead heat into turn number 1. 86 makes a good time. Oh yeah, a little bit of contact there, and they're still bumper locked essentially. It's going to allow 86 to fully clear. The 46 is right there as they're coming down with the white flag.
3 wide, Jeremy, as they're coming here going off of turn 4. They're going to be coming off of turn 2 here, and this is going to be a great bounce. Yeah, I'm all backwards. I was right the first time. As we're heading into turn 1, though, you're going to see Nicholas Casey still there with Tony Solari trying to slide it in there, but just can't quite make the pass, Jeremy, as they're heading down the backstretch coming in the last turn.
One hell of an effort by Tony Solari, not able to make that pass. 46 got hiccup there by the apron to turn number 4 last lap, and that's going to allow the 86 of Nicholas Casey to win the Bristol Dirt 100.
Whew, what a race there. Tony Solari gave it all he could there. Nicholas drives it into the wall afterwards. Tony Solari tried to give it his all there, but coming home with a 2nd place. And Simon Maggon, I thought he might have been able to jump both these guys when they went 3 wide there, Jeremy.
Yeah, he had a great effort at it anyways and was just unable to make it happen. Pretty impressive there, seeing that 3 wide. They were giving it all. 1 at the very top, 1 on the apron, 1 dead smack in the middle of the track. They're using every inch of that racing surface they could. And Nicholas Casey is the one who prevails this evening.
Well, that was a great race. I love watching this on the dirt track. I think that's going to take us to our Martin Sports post-race show, though, I do believe, as you see Nicholas Casey here burning dirt down. Is that what we can call it? I don't know what we want to call it, but yeah, he's out there doing some donuts, so that's what we'll say.
Maybe you might be able to call it burning the dirt down. I don't know if you can cause a fire or anything of that nature running on dirt, but Casey's going to give it his best shot possible, as he is super excited to come on with that W. I think you noted early in the pre-race show that he is the dirt king in the full throttle sim racing realm, and he has showed these guys after 100 laps that he is still the king on dirt.
Yeah, he's still burning it. I won't say burn down, but he's still out there just spinning those tires, as you see, and slid into the wall there and turn around and kept it going. He's still doing it. He's excited for this win, Jeremy.
Yeah, it really looks like it. And we'll get these interviews going once these guys fully get out of their trucks and everything. I do not think Simon Magden has entered our TeamSpeak realm here, so we'll have to see if we can talk to third place. But I know the top two are ready to go. Just waiting on him. See if we can get a quick word with him. If not, we will kick over to second place, Tony Solari.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him either.
Yeah, so we're going to go over the results for you before we do bring everybody in to wrap up tonight's race. Nicholas Casey does take the top spot there. Started fifth, finished first. We got Tony Solari in second place. Started second, finished second. Exactly where, running very consistent there. Simon Magden, of course, finishes third. Bobby Terrell makes it up to fourth, so gains an extra point over Case McMullen. Fifth place, Claude Furland. Sixth place will be Sylvain Jolly, going from 12th to 6th. Pretty good run for him. Mannix Richer, 7th place. Andrew Palicki, your last truck on the lead lap, finishing 8th. Casey McMullen, the first truck, 1 lap down in 9th. And around on the top 10, Lane Allen.
Yeah, and in 11th place is going to be John Adams. 12th is Mark Dubril. 13th is Chuck Sweeting. 14th is Martin Garreau. 15th, Brian Bliss. 16th is going to be Kevin Rupert. Finishing then 17th, Kenneth Schultz. 18th is Steve Loomis. 19th, Wayne Grassi. 20th is Rob Shoemaker. 21st, the newcomer Michael Blackner. 22nd is Alex Murphy with a disappointing finish after starting fourth. And right behind him, another disappointing finish is Richie Coy. Started third, going to be in 23rd position, Jeremy. That's going to be some point implications there. 24th was Jeff Langston. 25th, Jeff Bratton. And rounding out the field, 26th was Stephen Verman.
I also noticed that Chris Stouffer wasn't here, and he was 5th in points, 46 back. So that's going to be a huge chunk for him. And Richie Coy, who did finish all the way back, he was 3rd in points before this race, 30 points out. So Nicholas Casey will definitely take the jump over Richie for 3rd place in points, and Bobby's going to gain a few points over Casey McMullen. I do not believe we still have our 3rd place finisher, so we're going to bring in our 2nd place finisher, Mr. Tony Solari. Impressive job for him. Almost got the W, but sorry, you got a copy, man?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I got the sad emoji with the one tear on the eye.
Man, yeah. After the 46 issue, about halfway through the race was yours. You had a almost 5-second lead. You were there. You were doing excellent. And caution came out. And walk us through that restart, man.
Yeah, it's I knew the restart was gonna be tough. I knew Casey on the outside, or Nick's on the outside, was he was strong out there. So I knew it was going to be a little tough getting by. I knew that first restart, I think I had John on the outside of me, and I knew he had engine damage, so I wasn't really too worried about him. But yeah, it was I didn't want that caution to fall. So, but it's dirt racing. It is what it is. I know a lot of the guys don't like this form of racing, but it's fun stuff for me. I enjoy it immensely.
Yeah, we can tell that you definitely enjoy it. I know you got 3rd here last season, and then going to follow it up with a 2nd this year, and you're 13 laps away from getting that win. But we kind of noticed that first. I thought your truck was, after a couple laps you got going, you're pretty quick. But then after that, I said that the restarts you were on it, and that one on the outside you almost had it there. But it was a great 2nd place finish, and you can definitely tell that you love going around this place.
Yeah, well, early on, the track is still kind of fresh, and to me, I don't think it's best when it's that fresh. It's got to kind of like burn in a little bit, and then once it gets burned in, then you could kind of really, hang it out and have some fun with it.
You're giving Kenny some fire here. He tried telling me that Nicholas Case was burning it down, then you said you got to burn it in. I'm not sure what's going on here, but
got back up.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, but congratulations, Mr. Tony, on that 2nd place finish. Pretty dominant performance overall. Just one position shy, but it's still an excellent points day for you. Before we let you go, though, any sponsors out there at Nerd TV or just shout outs in general you like to give out?
Well, I got to thank the team. Got to thank FTSR, Richie Brody, and Brody especially for putting on the show like he does every week. Anybody out there watching? I'm sure I got some family friends out there. Hey, what's up? And yeah, shop at Menards, like I always say.
Yes, sir. Congratulations once again. Appreciate all those kind words out there, and we will see you on Monday.
Sounds good, guys. Yeah, thanks to you. You guys do a great job. Can't wait to watch this one.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And that was 2nd place finisher, Mr. Tony Solari. Still don't see your third place finisher. So we're going to bring in your race winner of this evening, Mr. Nicholas Casey, who put on a really good performance overall and was able to take advantage of a late race caution to grab the checker flag. Mr. Casey, you got a copy.
Hey, I got you guys.
Hey, man, congratulations on taking home the W. You burned the dirt down afterwards. Apparently you can do that. I've been backed up, or Kenny's been backed up rather on that. And it was great performance overall. I know we had that long run there first after a couple cautions, and you were kind of sitting there at the point top three, and then that one restart, on the high side of Mr. Tony, and he had a little bump by the 43 to shoot you out front. So walk us through that restart.
Yeah, so leading up to this race, I knew I wanted to be on the high side at the end of the race, and they gave it to me, and I just started ripping.
Yeah, beginning of the race, I saw that you were kind of the one that had the most experience here on the dirt track, so I was expecting you to be up front most of the night. And yeah, that last restart there was second to last restart. I could see on that outside you had that one lap where you cleared Tony, and you just nailed that perfect slide, perfect turn, everything. And it was great to see that. It was right on camera. It was a perfect pass that you did, and just congratulations on the overall speed and the win that you did tonight. It's a good dominant run that you had.
Thanks. I got to thank everybody here at Heart Esports. They're dirt guys at heart, and they took this seriously and really set the truck up beautifully. And got to say hi to my dad at home. Happy birthday. My wife, kids, everybody. Thank you guys.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. And happy birthday as well. Shout outs from everybody here at Nerditudes. And yeah, congratulations on winning the Bristol 100 at dirt. I know you're one of the best dirt guys in this league, and you kind of showed off tonight by taking home the checker flag. So go ahead and celebrate with your team, man.
Yes, sir. See you guys next week.
Sounds good. That was your race winner, Mr. Nicholas Casey. And I do believe, Kenny, that's going to close out tonight's event. Give us your thoughts over tonight.
A lot of back and forth, kind of like we said in the beginning, we knew Nicholas was going to be strong, and then Tony Solari, with the way that he performed last year, would be up there, and they definitely put on a show. And then Simon Magin was showing his face. He said, "Hey, I'm up here too." So it was a good overall race between those three, and great battles, even all through the field. I mean, you had through the top 5, the top 10, there was just battles all over the place, and it was a great watch, and I can't wait to see it on Monday.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Their top 3 especially was a blast to call, and even mid-pack too. They had some awesome 2-wide action, some 3-wide, every once in a while, and just great stuff overall. But that's going to bring us to a close. We do have to thank some sponsors before we close out officially tonight. Thank you, first and foremost, to the Full Throttle Sim Racing League. Thank you very much for letting us do this for you every Monday and Wednesday. It's been a blast so far. We have 4 weeks remaining on the truck schedule. Being at Talladega next week, different from the short tracks we've been at, but I've been doing this thing on iRacing since 2017, 16 years overall this league's been together. Check them out at ftsr.net. And then the official truck sponsor, Sim Racing Points. It's a points management system unlike any other, very clean, very user-friendly, and a lot of customized widgets you can use to display your points. Check out their pricing plans at simracingpoints.com. Then Martin Sports, home of the sim gloves of all of sim racing. But they don't just make gloves. They also make T-shirts.
What?
Hoodies.
What?
Hats.
What?
And the fastest turnaround in the business.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah. And you're going to check out their full apparel and merchandise lineup at martinsports906.com. Super Nerd at checkout, 25% off. Then we have iRacing iFlag, the official flag partner of Nerditudes. Essentially, you bring all your indications from your spotter, all the flags that are flown on iRacing, right into a little 4x6 box, really bright LED system. Second to none on their product. And check out everything he has to offer at iRacingIFlag.com. Also use SuperNerd at checkout, 15% off your entire purchase. Then thebuttkicker.com, Nerditude's home for the Gamer 2 unit. Their official audio enhancement provider. It brings all the bumps and feels from the track to your sim rig. that gives you that much needed edge over the standard competition who does not have one in their lame computer chairs. You're going to find all their products at thebuttkicker.com and use promo code NerdTV, 20% off anything in your shopping cart. And then also quick shout out to our official energy provider at Nerd Focus. And use Super Nerd at checkout, 10% off all their products, which are 2 flavors at the moment. You have green, which is sugar, and then the blue, which is sugar-free. Both super tasty drinks and to keep your much-needed focus in on whatever you're doing out there in the world. And then we have asphalt setup provider for Nerditudes from the Moonlight Speed Concepts Group. You're going to find them at moonlightspeed.com. And on the flip side of dirt, we have the official dirt setup providers being the House of Speed. And you'll find their setups at thehouseofspeed.us. All right, Kenny, we'll be doing this one more time at Bristol Dirt. Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as the next-gen cars do take action here. I do believe for 150 laps. But until then, you guys stay safe out there and get your nerd on.
Later, nerds.